Welcome back to the Gin's Treasure. How is everyone doing? Today we're gonna do a little resin tutorial. This is probably my third time working with resin, and the finished product. This is actually the finished product for what I've recorded. Just a very simple pyramid using the epoxy resin A and B. Pretty straightforward. I'll give you a little bit of some instructions, show you how to do it. Alright, so what we have going on here is 3 separate piles. This is gold, this is silver, and this is all copper over here. Got some chain. This is all just like the scrap bag. It's just like took the scrap bag and dumped it all. And what we're doing is taking the scrap wire and with our clippers we're just gonna chip away all the scrap wire into sprinkles. Now I might recommend some eye protection for this task, just a safety precaution, because sometimes with especially the lower numbered gauge wires, so the thicker wires will tend to, when you chip it off like a bullet, they'll just explode in any direction. So like that. So you want to be careful not to have your eyes get poked. You just take your time, chipping away. And over time, you'll notice that your hands might start to cramp. And that's okay. You don't have to do it all at once, but just chipping away a little bit at a time. And suddenly you'll have yourself a bag full of sprinkles. Alright, so from here, what I did is I got the scrap wires, the sprinkles, and since then I twisted up this little dumoterite stone and some brass wire. Maybe it's copper. But anyway, I got this spiral flow. And now what I'm going to do is get the epoxy. Epoxy A, epoxy B. Get my 4 cups. Put my gloves on. I think that's everything I need. So if I remember the measurements from last time, I think it was like 50-50 milliliters of whatever the measurement is. Yeah, so a little bit like halfway. Maybe less. And we take our other one. And I should have poured it into another cup to get the measurements more precise, but hopefully it will be okay. We'll see what happens when we just wing it. And then you want to stir. Get it all mixed in there. Try not to make a mess. Transfer it over. I'll blend a little bit better. Scrape all the gunk out the sides and the bottom. Get all of that. Try not to spill like I just did. Mix it up again. We're just gonna do the 2-cup mix. I think. We'll try that out. One thing I should have done with more grace instead of hastily rushing to it is drop our little spiral thing here inside the resin. Inside the mold. Inside the mold before we pour the resin, but I think it'll be okay. Anyway, fill up the rest. So we got a little bit of extra resin, maybe we'll do something like that. Now we just let this settle, and I have a little pokey here so I can see. I want that to be, the spiral to be a little bit more positioned accurately. And then after some time we'll come back and then we'll add our sprinkles. Welcome back. As you can see, we have let some time pass. In the meantime, what I did off camera was create another resin with the leftover resin. That's just like a little beeswax, sprinkles in there. And then over here, I filled up this square so that it was only just full enough to fill up this, or to fully submerge this obsidian stone. And then as I came back just now, all I did was sprinkle all the copper on the top. And then as you can see in the center there, there's a spiral that I just delicately placed. So it's been about between 3 to 4 hours before I finally drop the sprinkles on top. So we'll see how this turns out. Alright, so here we are 24 hours later. Our resin has completely dried. Unfortunately, as you could probably tell, none of those sprinkles dropped. So that tells me that I waited too long for the sprinkles to be sprinkled on top. So as I unravel my resin pyramid, we can see what it looks like. So the top came out pretty nice, And it honestly doesn't look that bad from the base. Looks pretty cool. It's almost like it's missing something in the center, which somewhat was my intention for this one, just to work with the negative space, so to speak. I would say, well, it depends. Let's see. So I'm just giving a little rub down to see if any of the sprinkles shake loose, which it looks like they don't. That's pretty good. You can see I added that little spiral in the center too. Kind of looks like a hot plate or something. And that's how you do resin. Good job.